Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel today. For today's video, we are finally going to be doing a testing out TJ Maxx makeup video. I'm trying to do these more often on my channel since I really want to test out a lot of the stuff that I am purchasing. Since you guys know, like a lot of my makeup now comes from TJ Maxx and Marshalls. But I have one of these that I've already filmed. It was a while ago, so it's taken me a little bit to do another one. But I definitely want to get like on my game and do these more often, like maybe once a month or so, or twice a month. We'll see. But if you guys are new here, I really love shopping at TJ Maxx and Marshalls for makeup. They have really good deals, and I find really awesome brands. I do a series every single Sunday where we go to the stores and look for what's new and show you guys pretty much all the good stuff. So definitely check that out if you guys haven't already. I'll have the link down below to my playlist, but we are going to go ahead and start playing with some makeup. I can give you guys some first impressions on the products and see how they perform. So let's get started. So I like to always start with my eyes first. I'm going to be using this Marc Jacobs eye primer here, the undercover eye primer. I actually did get this at TJ Maxx as well, and I have been using it. It's amazing, the stuff that you find there. And then for our palette today, I'm going to be using the BECCA Volcano Goddess palette. This has been popping up again at TJ Maxx, so I've noticed it a lot lately, and you guys might be able to find it as well. So we are going to be playing with this beauty. I have not touched this yet. Pretty much all these are going to be first impressions. I haven't used hardly any of these products because we were just testing them out. But I never paid for this product full price because I was just never interested in it. Just because it looks like it only has a couple matte shades in it and then the rest are shimmers. So I was really happy to see it at a discount. So the very first thing I want to do is set my eye primer. I'm going to use this volcanic sand color right here. It's like a cream. Actually, I'm going to mix that with Cloud. And we're going to just set our concealer. I do this every single time just because I feel like it really helps our eyeshadows blend together. And it makes it so it's not so sticky anymore. I'm so excited. This is my first time playing with any BECCA eyeshadows. I've never tried their formula. Alright, so for our next step, I want to have some sort of transition shade. So I'm going to go in with Granite here. It's very light, like a light taupey brown. And place that in the crease. It has quite a bit of fallout, I am noticing. But the pigmentation seems to be very good. Right now that our crease is kind of set, I'm wondering, I'm really bad with these like all shimmer palettes because I never know like what to do. Like I feel like I can only do like one color on the lid, and it like, I don't know, it like makes me nervous for some reason. I wish I had like a dark brown in here, like just one dark brown for the outer corner. That would be perfect. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and take a shimmery shade. We'll use Red Rock over here, and we're gonna place that in the outer corner. Since it is a shimmer, it's not wanting to really stick because it's not laying down a ton of pigment. But we're going to try and make it work. Okay, so next I want to do, let's do Lava. This one looks really pretty. And that one's going to go all over the lid. This one is really gorgeous. It kind of reminds me of fire for some reason. I don't know. I guess it is called Lava. Delia. But it's really gorgeous. It's very metallic, especially with I just put some setting spray with it. That's usually what I use to wet my brush, and it looks fantastic. Okay, so now I'm gonna wet my brush again, and I'm gonna actually go in with that red shade that we used earlier in Red Rock and apply that to the outer half even more, just to intensify that, since it didn't really work so well with just a regular crease brush. We're just gonna have to make it shimmery. I feel like I've made a complete mess of my eyeshadow. I had to clean it up. For my lower lash line, I'm gonna go into Red Rock again, and I kind of want to wet my brush again to make that more metallic. And I'm just gonna smudge this on the lower lash line here. It looks like I already have some there because I had so much fallout, but we'll just intensify it even more. Alright, so let's move on to the face real quick. I'm going to put on some primer. I recently picked up the KAJA Beauty Blur Drop Weightless Water Primer, which I was so excited to find this because it sounds incredible. So, oh, this is cool looking. It's kind of like, almost like a silicone look to it. It feels really nice on the face. It's silky, kind of like a gel, but I feel like I can definitely see that's kind of giving me a glow. But you can definitely like feel it, like it doesn't feel like water, I guess. Because usually when I think of a water product, I would think of something super lightweight that just like instantly feels like it's hydrating the skin. But this just kind of feels really silky. For my foundation today, I'm using the STILA Aqua Glow Serum Foundation. I got this. This was one of my first like TJ Maxx purchases when I started making videos like last year. And this one I have used like maybe once, but it's been a little bit since I've used it again. And I remember I liked it. So I do want to try this out again. I feel like with this one, you really have to shake it up. Because it has a little bit of, I feel like there's like oil in there. So I kind of want to get that all mixed up nice. Alright, so I'm just going to drop like, that's kind of a lot, but I think that should cover my whole face. This foundation I like because it's so lightweight. Like, it's glowy, but it's not heavy, and I just think it's such a nice foundation, very natural looking. I will say like mine has like a smell to it. I don't know if that's normal for this foundation, but it has like a slight, not a bad smell, but there's something. I don't know. You guys will have to let me know if you guys pick this up, if yours has a scent. So I can kind of get like a light medium coverage out of that. I definitely want to add more to see if I can build it up. It is looking very, very glowy on the face, I will say that. Okay, so it doesn't quite give a full coverage, but it does give like a nice medium, I would say, with a lot of glowiness to it. I'm going to use this Bobbi Brown Creamy Concealer and try to use this on any blemishes. I want extra coverage, or underneath the eyes as well. This one is in the shade Ivory. And it has a little powder in there too. I don't know if that's to set, like your under eyes maybe. I never really use potted concealers under my eyes for some reason. I think people used to use this for that though. I just feel like they don't dry as well as my other ones. I know people used to use these kinds all the time when I was first on YouTube. And this one actually used to be a really popular one, the Bobbi Brown one. Okay, I think that is good enough. I guess I'll try to set it with that powder that's in here. I didn't know it came with one. For some reason I thought that this used to come with 2 concealers in it. But that definitely helped kind of mattify that area, which I like. I don't like it to be moving around. Okay, so there's that. I feel like that covered pretty good. I am going to go ahead and put my eyebrows on, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I added my brows and also mascara because I don't have any mascara to try from TJ Maxx. I don't usually buy mascara from there. So next up, we'll do some cheek products here. So we're going to go with this Laura Geller Baked Impressions bronzer in medium. It's a water resistant matte bronzer. It looks really nice. And I might actually try using these Kat Von D brushes with it as well, because I have these 10-year anniversary brushes that I got like a month or so ago, and I have not used them yet. Okay, so I believe this is supposed to be the contouring brush. We'll see how this works. I usually like a super fluffy brush for my bronzer. I'm not sure if I really like this brush for contouring. I like something a little more fluffier. This is something I'd more likely use for maybe blush instead, just because I like more bronzing, not really contouring. So I like to cover kind of a lot of area. Like I would use like a big fluffy brush like this and just kind of really buff that into the skin. The bronzer seems nice though. The Laura Geller one. It's a nice color. It seems to be blending out good as well. I got a little heavy-handed on this side though. Okay, so that is the bronzer. Next we'll do blush, and I'll go ahead and use the Kat Von D number 2.5, I believe, 25. For blush, I'm going to use this one from Laura Geller. It's in Tropic Hues. I feel like this would go good with our look today. I was going to use something that was more of a light pink, but I don't think it would go with our eyeshadow. So we're going to do this one. I actually got this one in a Laura Geller set at TJ Maxx. So it wasn't there singly, but you could definitely buy it in the set. This blush has a lot of shimmer in it, by the way, but it does look really pretty. I'm going to go ahead and just like powder everything real quick. I'm just using a basic setting powder. This is the Huda Beauty one. Make sure everything is blended out. Next, I'm going to use some highlighter. So I'm going to use Urban Decay's Sin Highlight. I have used this one already because I couldn't resist, but it is so beautiful. Just a beautiful, perfect champagne. It's such a pretty color. And I can't believe we found it at TJ Maxx, which is insane. Then I usually like to set everything, so I'm using just my Ofra makeup fixer. This is one of my favorite setting sprays, and just let that sink in. I think I went a little crazy since that blush had a highlight and my highlighter. I feel like I'm like a little too glowy right now. Like, I should not have put it that far down. We'll let this set a little bit and then we'll do our lips. Okay, so I kind of toned that down a little bit. We're still pretty glowy. I feel like after I set everything, it made the look 100 times better. So for my lipstick, I'm going to be using this Marc Jacobs New Nudes Sheer Gel Lipstick in ANISE. And I feel like this will just be a really nice light nude just to keep it neutral on the lips since our eyes are kind of more, I don't know, out there. So let's see. But yeah, this will be a good color because it's very like, it's a more warm undertone. These are so good. Only $7.99 at TJ Maxx, which is insane. So I think that's everything. I think that is the final look here. I don't think we need any gloss since our lipstick's pretty shiny on its own. Such a gorgeous color. I have to admit, I was really unsure about how this look was turning out because I don't know, I just feel like it looked so weird. But after I kind of set everything and I actually switched powders, I put on my Jeffree Star Magic Powder. I think it's called Magic Powder. Yeah, it literally is magic because it made everything just look amazing. So I did want to give my opinion here real quick on some of the products we tried out. So first up, I did want to talk about the Volcano Goddess palette. I have to say, I can kind of see why this is at TJ Maxx. I feel like it's kind of a hard palette to use in my opinion. This isn't really something that I'm going to gravitate towards a lot just because, like I said, I feel like for this to be a complete palette for me, I need at least one dark brown in here. I can't just use these three mattes. You'd have to use like just the shimmers by themselves and they're so loud on their own. I feel like you can just like put one color on the lid and that's it. And I don't know, maybe I'm not like creative enough for this kind of palette. But just the whole setup of it, I don't think I'll be using this a lot. So keep that in mind if it is something that you are interested in. I believe the price at TJ Maxx is like $22.99. So it is it's a decent price, but if you're not going to be using it, you don't want your money to go to waste. So I did want to let you guys know that. What else do I have an opinion on? The STILA foundation. I don't know. I'm still kind of testing it. As I was using it today, I kind of noticed how it is pretty dewy on me, even though it does feel really lightweight. I feel like I had to use quite a bit of product to build it up to this coverage, and it's still kind of like a medium coverage, which is fine. So if you guys want medium coverage, you guys might like this one, but for me, I'm kind of like in between. I think I still want to test it out a little bit more. The Bobbi Brown Concealer, surprisingly, I don't really like cream concealers underneath my eyes, but surprisingly, I feel like it looks good. It really had some good coverage, so I feel like that worked well, and with that powder that's built in there, it really like helped to mattify that, and it made it work really well, so surprisingly, that was a good one. This blush, the Laura Geller blush, kind of caught me by surprise with how shimmery it was. Like, I feel like I would use that by itself, and now when I'm looking at myself in the mirror, I don't notice a ton of blush on. I mostly notice highlight, so I would be cautious of that with this blush. The Sin Highlight Forever Decay is a must. It's so good. The bronzer, the Laura Geller bronzer here, it is very cool toned in my opinion, so this would be nice for more cool undertones, or if you have fair to light skin, this would work well. I'll have all these products linked below, by the way, and all the names in case you're wondering. I'm trying to remember everything I showed here. The KAJA Water Primer, the Blur Drop, I'm not sure how I feel about that yet. It was not exactly what I expected, but it still felt pretty good on the skin, and it gave my skin a nice glow, so I definitely want to test that out more. And of course, the Marc Jacobs lipsticks are a must. I absolutely love them. They are so good. Highly recommend. This one was in ANISE. I used some of those Kat Von D brushes. I think I paid $29.99 for them, and I definitely would not pay more than that. They are nice, but they don't feel like amazing, if that makes sense. I wasn't a huge fan of that contour brush. I'll probably use mostly the powder brush, the blush brush. This one would be nice for concealer, and it also has, I think this is a foundation brush, but I probably wouldn't use that one. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. So, I don't know. I feel like these retail for $100 or something like that, close to that price on her website, but they are not worth that price. I would definitely pay the $29 though. I think that's pretty good for some nice brushes. And I think that's mostly everything. I might be forgetting something that we tried on, but that's kind of my opinion of these products. I feel like this look came out better than expected. So anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go. Let me know down below if you guys have been testing any TJ Maxx makeup, what you found that is working well, and if you found anything that you're not really liking, let me know. But thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye guys.